Dontaesboxingnation, what's going on, guys? So Javante Tank Davis's trainer, Kenny Ellis, he came out reacting to Ryan Garcia's racial tirade, and he basically said after all that racist stuff that Ryan Garcia said, there's no way he's getting a rematch. Let me quote exactly what he said. He said, "We don't want no rematch. Nope, never. Tank will never fight him. He fucked up." This is what he said on Miller City Boxing.
I would never fuck with him. You know, I wouldn't even have more. I wouldn't even have him on my podcast. Ryan hate my daughter. Ryan hate my grandchildren. You understand what I'm saying? He hate my grandchildren. He talking about my grandchildren. Fuck Ryan. And whoever don't like it, see me.
Do you feel like this could stunt a rematch for Tank?
We don't want him. Nope, never. I'll tell Tank never fight him. He just fucked up.
Wow.
Fuck him.
So you think he didn't really know what he did right now?
Man,
Do you think he really know?
That shit, he know what he did. He need to go somewhere and see it shrink, man. Fuck him. You know?
Yeah.
Because his father said some shit about Haney's black hair. We all got the same fucking hair, you know?
Yeah.
That shit was taught at home.
That shit was taught at home. Man, you preaching to the choir. That's like telling the sun that it's hot. Man, I got so many stories when it comes to growing up in Long Beach, California. I'll share another story with you guys. So when my son was in first grade, right? We take our kids to school, and the first day of school, the teacher allows the parents to come in and stay in the classroom for like the first 15 or 20 minutes, right? A little introduction. I get to see the kids in the class for the first time. There was this one Mexican kid. It was a real big Mexican kid with a shaved head, right? I said to my girl at the time, he gonna be a problem. We go home. My son tells me the first day of school, that same Mexican kid, he got sent home because he called a black girl an N-word with the ER and a bitch. It was extremely normal for Mexicans to be calling black people the N-word as soon as they learn how to speak English. Hell, some of them couldn't even speak English and they knew how to call a black person an N-word. And by the way, the only reason I don't say it verbatim is because I don't want my video to get flagged. Something else Mexicans are notorious for calling black people is mayate. If you guys don't know what mayate means, it's their Spanish version of the N-word. It means black beetle. Now that story was when I was in Long Beach, California. Now, only a couple years back, maybe about 5 years ago when I was in Las Vegas, I meet a Mexican guy that works at the gym. His name is Fernando. Fernando tells me, we used to always sit down and talk. And he told me, he said, man, Mexicans are the most racist people in the world. He said, when I was a kid, and I appreciated him for being very honest. He said, when I was a kid, his whole family just called black people the N-word as if it was normal. Like, that's the way you describe their race. He said calling them the N-word was like calling them a black person, that black guy. His whole family called black people this as if it was normal. So I know exactly what Kenny Ellis is talking about when he says it was taught at home. Absolutely. It was taught by Ryan Garcia's father and possibly his mother. And Ryan Garcia's father, he learned it from his father. And Ryan Garcia, he coming out with these fake ass apologies talking about, oh, we grew up using that word, using the N-word. Just like you grew up saying you were anti-black and you want to join the KKK and you hate all N-words, right? Yeah, why don't you tell them how you grew up as a racist? Because all the Mexicans around you were racist, at least the majority of them. I'm telling y'all, the majority of what Ryan Garcia said about black people in that racial tirade, that is textbook Mexican shit. Now let's talk about what Kenny Ellis said. That is what Bill Haney was supposed to say. That's what many black boxers are supposed to be saying right now. But the fact that Kenny came out and he said what he said, that made me realize, okay, so all these black boxers, they are very aware of what Ryan Garcia said and what he meant when he said it. It was funny because Miller City, the guy who was interviewing him, he was actually trying to defend Ryan Garcia low key, saying stuff like, Do you think maybe Ryan Garcia, he just didn't know what he was saying? Oh, you mean like it was the exorcist and he was possessed to be a racist just for that moment, right? Ryan Garcia, he said the very next day, I ain't apologizing for nothing. He said, I'm out here in these streets. Y'all could come see me. Ryan said he want all the smoke. I'm telling y'all, man, he a Mexican gangbanger. All that F-N words, Mexicans used to spray that on the walls in Long Beach. He said he gonna be in Anaheim today at the Anaheim Center. And he said ain't nobody gonna do nothing. In the entire history of boxing, we ain't never had nobody gangbang on black people the way Ryan Garcia is doing right now. He on some Mexican Tupac hit 'em up shit right now, trying to treat black people like they bad boy. I'm telling you, man, Ryan better keep that same energy. When he show up in Las Vegas, when he show up anywhere else at these big fights, when he's sparring and when he training at the boxing gym and some dudes show up at his gym, he better keep that same energy. You can't say all of that and then apologize. You cannot put the toothpaste back in the tube. And then a part of Ryan Garcia's fake apology was to say, oh, black people, y'all racist too. Y'all racist too. This is something that I've seen so many of my Mexican viewers in my comment section say. Oh, well, black people, you guys are racist too. Do you guys know how stupid that sounds? That's like somebody accusing you of being a pedophile. And you say, oh, well, I'm not the only one. There's a lot of pedophiles in the world. So basically, Ryan Garcia is saying, yeah, I'm a racist, but there are other racist people out there as well. I seriously can't wait to see when Ryan Garcia, when he really goes out in the public. I'm talking about he goes to a fight in Las Vegas and walks around that audience. I can't wait to see if his energy is going to be the same. When Ryan was sitting over there saying, I ain't apologizing for nothing, he was saying, y'all ain't going to do nothing. I'm out here in the open. You know, y'all talk stuff on the internet, but y'all ain't going to do nothing in real life, right? Once again, let's see if the way Ryan Garcia was talking on the internet in the safety of his own house, let's see if he got the balls to say that same stuff when he goes out there to Las Vegas, to one of these events, one of these fights. If he travels to spar, is he going to start dropping locations? Yeah, I'm over here sparring over here, and I'm saying F all y'all N-words. I'm over here in Las Vegas at the gym right now. Who wants smoke? Yeah, don't go to these fights trying to hug the black fighters, giving them dap, trying to recite Kendrick Lamar bars to make it sound like you down with the culture. Nah, you better gangbang on them the same way you gangbanged on the entire race on the internet. This man, he didn't just say F Devin Haney. This man said F black people. He said he is anti-black. He telling you deep down, he don't F with no black people. He don't care if you working for him, if he got black security. He don't care about these black coons that have been defending him since day one on the internet. He put the entire black race in the same category. Y'all was out there doing all this beefing between Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis. Meanwhile, Ryan Garcia was calling the whole damn race a bunch of N-words that he don't like, that he hates. And this is what I told you guys. I told you guys when you were going back and forth on some Bloods versus Crips stuff when it came to Davis versus Haney. These race fans, they hiding behind the black fans and they don't like neither one of them. They hated Devin Haney more at the time because Devin Haney looked like a bigger threat. But now that Devin Haney is out of the way, they have all turned their attention to Gervonta Tank Davis. Start paying attention to everything they're saying about Davis now on the internet. And you'll see it's very similar to what they were saying about Haney before. These race fans, they ain't fooling nobody over here. But speaking of Gervonta Tank Davis, man, I agree with Kenny. Don't give him no rematch. Ryan don't deserve no rematch with Gervonta Tank Davis. He don't deserve to make that kind of money. That's all Ryan cares about is his money. He doesn't care about the backlash from him getting caught for cheating. He don't even care deep down about this racist stuff that he said about black people. This was stuff that Ryan Garcia had been saying all the time with his friends. And finally, he gathered up enough courage to finally just say it on a microphone and a camera, which is the most dangerous weapon in the world. Yeah, so Gervonta shouldn't let Ryan make no money off of him. Let him fight some of these prospects. Let him fight some of these undefeated contenders. I'll say this as well. For the Mexicans that are not racist, for the Mexicans that are completely against what Ryan Garcia is doing, which is making the Mexican race look bad, you guys should be coming out completely denouncing him. And I'm not talking about just saying he doesn't represent Mexicans. Y'all need to completely denounce everything that Ryan Garcia has said and everything that he has done in the ring when it comes to being a cheater. For all you other race fans who say, hey, I'm not a racist because my friends are black, or I have in-laws, I have family members that are black, you guys need to come out and you need to denounce him just because you feel that he's offending your black friends, offending your black in-laws and family members. Don't just use those black friends to defend yourself from being called a racist. They're your family, right? So you should be defending them the same way you defend Lomachenko, the same way you defend Manny Pacquiao, you defend Ryan Garcia for cheating, etc., etc. I got a whole lot more to say, but I'm going to wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.